Hey guys, I just want to share some thoughts on the software interview process. I think there are three fundamental flaws that we have right now, and we can all work together on that as a community. The first problem that I see is that there's a very strong focus on reducing the number of false positives in an interview process. So, all the people who go through this filter of interviews deserve to be in the company. That's the idea. False negatives are not focused on. If someone is removed in the interview process and they deserve to be in the company, that's not that big a problem. You'll get someone else. This is the general approach. The problem I see with this is you might lose out on some really, really good candidates. Like if you have Linus or if you have Pramod Verma coming to your interview and you ask them to prepare for DSA, they may not do that and they may not clear your interview process, which is going to cost you a lot. Potentially, you're going to lose a lot more than maybe 2, 3, 10 false positives could have hurt the company. The second problem I see is that there is a lack of difficulty in the interview questions. What I mean to say by that is the interview questions are they're not job relevant. Okay, so there is no complexity, real world problem in the interview question. And B, they are not at all subjective. Most of the interview questions are extremely objective, like you have a binary tree and you have to find the largest element. That's okay. I mean, it helps reduce bias, but reducing bias for the sake of reducing bias is really not helping anyone. You want the best candidates. For that, some subjectivity and bias may be necessary. And I see that the interview process talks about college level algorithms to even people with 10, 15, 20 years of experience. I think that's irrelevant. And testing them on those skills is going to cause fundamental problems. It's people with simple analytical skills who will be able to get through your interview process. People who are not interested in doing that will not prepare for the 3 months required and therefore they will not clear the interview. And the final weakness I see is senior engineers are finding it harder and harder to showcase their skills because the skills that are being expected of them are really low level, like basic college math problems. So they are not able to differentiate themselves in this process. You're taking people who are able to clear this process, which could be even a college student, right? In that way, you're losing out on this awesome talent. If you want to change this, if you say that, okay, from tomorrow onwards, I'll start asking hard questions, fundamentally, your company is pushing for low bias, for more objectivity, for more data gathering. I'm talking about Google, Microsoft, Facebook, all of them are about reduce bias, gather more data, and become more objective in your processes. If this continues, I see a lot of engineers who are not necessarily fitting into this interview process, but are super interested in tech and good at tech, move to different companies. So these are my thoughts on the interview process. The first thing is, I mean, do you think it's true? Do you think it makes sense? Or have I missed on some major points? And the second thing is, if you agree, then do you see any kind of solution around this? Because I don't see an easy solution around this. I see a fundamental change in our thinking required, and then we'll have to create tooling to match our requirements to get the best talent in the industry. So thank you for listening and thank you for sharing your thoughts. I'll see you next time. Bye.